Good morning everyone, my name is Stephanie Francis and today I'm going to be telling you about the time that I was 5 and I contracted Varicella Zoster Virus, VZV, and Meningoencephalitis. In other words, I got chickenpox when I was 5 and I also contracted encephalitis at the same time. Encephalitis is an inflammation of the brain and I was infected with this for 2 months. The encephalitis affected the cerebral cortex, basal ganglia, and the cerebellum. I was 1 out of 10 people that had it in the year that it was in 1996, and I was the only one to survive. Fine and gross motor skills were compromised when I had the encephalitis, and I also had difficulty with speech and swallowing and eating. As my motor skills and speech were greatly affected, I had to learn everything again, from crawling to walking to chewing and swallowing. I learned how to crawl through swimming, and then I was highly encouraged to learn to walk again through hydrotherapy. I have had ongoing physiotherapy for years, and I still struggle to this day with fine motor skills such as using scissors and cutting and playing tennis. I also use singing as a management of speech therapy. It also helps with me when I stutter. I feel like I have gained a lot of patience and sympathy for other children who have had difficulties with their fine motor skills and other various disabilities. I also find that I'm very understanding and I am encouraging, and I also try and persevere with them. I feel very grateful that I am alive and grateful that I can do things that I never thought I'd be able to do, such as drive a car, walk, and ride a bike. I also feel I have the ability to see differences and not just abilities. I feel I have a greater understanding of the attribution therapy, and I still to this day have a love of music and movement. I think this affects me as a teacher, as I love to come up with multiple different ways of learning, and I personally test out each new theory of learning and development and teaching. I also try and come up with different strategies for children with difficulties. I feel like I am patient, understanding, sympathetic, and empathetic. I learn with the children as I still have a motor disability. Sometimes they teach me. I feel like I am more aware of the children with difficulties and strive to create a safe place for them to be themselves. I believe in learning through play, and I also use a lot of sensory play and to help them develop and encourage their motor skills. I am constantly coming up with new resources. I provide movement and learning opportunities, and I'm trying to create a learning accessible environment. I also love to strategize each children's abilities with their family and come up with a plan for their learning and development. I also feel that I offer support and that I am constantly coming up with new resources to help teach them. I feel like my own troubles with fine motor skills is only going to help me excel as a teacher. Thank you very much.